starts to get attention.
Well, and that's what I'm still trying to convince people that it has nothing to do with who broke a pitch count and who threw a strike or who threw a ball or who lost a ball game.
Good afternoon and welcome to Indian Field. I'm Adam Bell for Charlton Sportsnet. We have Game 3 of the Charlton versus Taylor series coming up. Series is tied at 1 apiece. The Indians winning Game 1 6-1. The Vikings taking Game 2 4-2 yesterday. That leads us to today. But the coin toss, from what I understand, the Indians are home team today.
Home team.
The Indians are home team today, and that's coming up first pitch at 3:30. Right now we have a special guest with us, State Representative Jason Spencer. Thank you for joining us, Representative Spencer. We appreciate it.
Thank you
as well as Dugout Club member Andy Gowan. I'm sorry.
Thank you for having me.
No, all right.
Thank you.
A lot going on. I know that it's been Charlton County. We're in the bottom right-hand corner of the state of Georgia, and I think we've even made AJC news in the last week or so. It's been quite a week. Quite a couple of weeks, rather, with the playoff situation the way it is and the rulings of GHSA. I want to go over just a little bit. And you were quoted in allinegeorgia.com yesterday as saying, I want to go over that, just jump right into it. It is with this is a letter you wrote to the GHSA.
Correct.
GHSA, a part of it. It is with a high degree of certainty that the GHSA will be hearing from members of the Georgia Assembly regarding your organization's future viability to serve the state's student athletes. That's quite a statement. That's quite a statement.
You know, this incident could actually end up being the straw that breaks the camel's back with regards to the Georgia High School Association. Over the years, I've been in the General Assembly 8 years, and over that time, there's been a crescendo or an increase in the amount of complaints that members of the General Assembly has gotten about this organization. We saw a situation last year with Peach County in the football, in the playoffs there. I mean, it's not just that incident. It's been other incidents that parents have complained about. And when parents start complaining, and then you get members of pillars of communities that start complaining about the organization, then we actually have to start paying attention to this as members of the General Assembly. You know, we're up there trying to write tax policy. We're trying to cut people's taxes. We're trying to make Georgia a great place to do business. We're trying to, protect our kids. We're trying to get raises for our law enforcement. So those things we're busy with. And then all of a sudden, out of left field, we're starting to get hit with complaints about an organization that's supposed to have the interest of student athletes and communities at heart. And I'll be frank about it. That's a little bit of a distraction for members of the General Assembly. And so when we get pillars of our communities that we represent really start to complain and say, hey, you guys need to take a look at this organization, we got to pay attention. And last year, Chairman John Meadows, a very influential member of our state house, put in a bill that would actually disband the Georgia High School Association because he himself has gotten a lot of complaints. There was another member of the Senate put in basically the exact same bill on the Senate side. And basically they put those bills in to basically get the attention of the Georgia High School Association and compel them to straighten up. And that was basically a shot across the bow from the members of the General Assembly. And that the hope of that was to try to get them to change some of their behavior, and so that we and the members of the General Assembly will stop getting phone calls from things like that. But I don't know if that actually worked. Obviously, as we saw with this case, it has actually led to a lot of more scrutiny in this organization. So that's why I wrote the letter. I just have no confidence in this organization.
So going back to the Peach County situation, and I know even even this year, they've had a rough year. The GHSA has just had, it's been not a banner year, Chamber of Commerce year, as you might say. They had issues with basketball goals, state playoffs, continue doing the games after they reset the goals. You've got to think that affected all kinds of ball teams used to shooting at regulation length, and all of a sudden they're in a state championship finals, and the goals are altered. Our track team had an issue last season going into the 4x100 relay. Our A team got disqualified when it should have been our B team in another completely different lane. Photography and video evidence there. They wouldn't do it, wouldn't mess with it. Cost our kids an appearance in the state meet. And so it's not just a Charlton County thing like you were saying. It's definitely
it's systemic.
It's a statewide.
Yeah,
it's a statewide issue going on. The one thing that bothered me, and I know Andy's going to dive into this in just a second. I've got one thing that didn't sit right with me overall. Even though nobody denies the 2 pitches over. Nobody denies that. What bothered me about the whole thing was the email from Irwin County. It almost sounds like a conspiracy between whoever the other region coaches were he was talking about anything to Charlton. And they didn't until they ruled to reverse the appeal. Then they made whatever contacts they were supposed to make. But in that email, it reads as if the GHSA basically conspired with region coaches in our region not to let us know they were going to pull an appeal. And I wanted your thoughts on that, if you could speak on that.
Well, that's the kind of behavior that is not really acceptable. When you have leaders within the organization, I mean, that's pretty damning evidence that you have leaders within an organization conspiring behind the scenes to change how a playoff system is going to work. And I want to look up the definition of conspiracy here. And I'm not saying that you're right or not right, but the definition of a conspiracy is a secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. And that's pretty clear, in my opinion. Something did happen. And if that meets the definition of conspiracy, I definitely think Charlton County, I believe they'll win their court case. Obviously, it's been, the appeals court had to suspend the Judge Spivey's order. But I think they're going to win their case.
All right, I appreciate your thoughts on that. I'm going to bring Andy Gowan in now. Dugout Club. Go ahead, Andy.
I just want to echo on that my whole issue was I have no problem with anyone filing an appeal. That's not my issue at all. My issue is the fact, just like you're talking about, when you start conspiring days or even week before and don't want the other party to know anything about it, then that is a conspiracy. And when you bring in the fact that the coach up there said the other coaches in the region all knew about it, well, to me that brings up a whole other topic. If they knew about this, then why wait until today if they're truly wanting to protect the child? This pitch count rule is to protect children. And if you hold that information for your own personal gain 30-some, 40-some odd days later, then I question, what was your motive to begin with? It wasn't that you were concerned that we went over the pitch count,
right?
Because I don't think anybody questioned that. We were already ready to accept the punishment, and we were grateful that GHSA, did not deem that it be punishable by their own rules. I was against that. I said that was a wrong call then. I said it's a wrong call today. But it was their call. It was not mine. And so, we did turn ourselves in and admit to it. And I think when you do that, I don't know what else you can do. I couldn't make them.
It sounds like, Charlton County was trying to be honest Abe here, and unfortunately, no good deed goes unpunished. But obviously, we knew now we know that there was other things happening in the background, and that really disturbs me. As an elected official who gets these kind of calls, when these kids are out here, these are our future leaders.
Sure.
A lot of kids go into Boy Scouts and other things, but like myself, I was a student athlete. I went into sports because sports teaches you things on the playing field that you will experience in life. Work hard. Sometimes you're going to lose, and you're going to lose hard, but you got to learn how to deal with the loss. And these kids today are having to deal with And you know what? Sometimes bad things happen in life, like things like this. And so they're learning a very hard lesson. But also, I don't want them to get unmotivated and get discouraged about how things are in life. And so, you know, I really don't like seeing our kids having to actually look at things like this. But you know what? It's things like this that teach them how to be great leaders and how to do the right thing. And I really commend the school system for standing up for their student athletes and doing what they did.
Well, and that's what I want to be clear is that, you know, I'm trying to stand up for these kids, you know, and people like their coaches. People don't like their coaches. You know what I mean? I like my coach. He's my baseball coach. And whether you like him or whether you don't like him, one thing I will say about Coach Marchman is the fact that he is passionate about trying to get the kids, and he tells them daily, you know, to do the right thing.
Right.
If you do the right thing, it's always going to work out.
Right.
You know, and like I say, and now he's, you know, they look at it as we did the right thing, but it didn't work out.
Right.
You know, and but there's a bigger lesson down the road I feel still coming.
I do too.
And if they can overcome this mentally and get beyond it, then they're better persons for it. You know.
Yeah, I agree.
Go ahead.
I totally agree with that. It's just something. It's something, unfortunately, they're going through now during a time that they need to be mentally focused. They need to be focused on winning this championship, and it's unfortunate this development had to occur now.
Yeah.
I wanted to, Andy has known me for years. He knows I'm deaf, and I've told you before, and so you may have already hit on this. The General Assembly is introducing House Bill 415 and the Senate 203 last year. How will that, if that moves forward, what does that lead to? What are the consequences of that bill?
Well, I mentioned that earlier in our introduction that those bills were actually introduced. Basically, those bills were introduced to put the Georgia High School Association on notice that the General Assembly is aware of the complaints, that they need to sort of straighten their act up and sort of start being more responsive. And that was the purpose of those bills. And so I do believe another set of bills could probably get submitted again next year in next year's legislative session.
I'm trying to hold just a second. I'm sorry. That was okay. Okay, Chris was translating for me back there. Chris is my former partner from Charlton Sports Desk, so he knows how to communicate with me. He shot me a text on what you were saying, so that was a shot across the bow, in other words.
It sure was.
All right. So, and then moving forward, we have, like I said earlier, we know that Charlton isn't the only one. I know a few years back there was 28 schools wanted to leave the GHSA and form another association or join an existing one. That speaks to a lot of problems, a lot of I mean, I don't know any other way to describe it. It's just a lot of good old boy stuff.
Well, as I stated in my letter, I described it as organizational rot, and so that is what's happening now. Is a symptom of a much deeper issue within the organization. It has to be, and so what I'd like to see is competition and who can serve our student athletes across this state the best. Competition breeds excellence. And so what I'd like to see is maybe a legislative proposal that essentially puts the authority of the ultimate governing authority of Georgia high school interscholastic sports and public schools under the Georgia Department of Education, and then the Georgia Department of Education bids out who can actually provide the best service to our student athletes in our communities. That's what I'd like to see.
All right.
Well, and I agree with that. I mean, it's not that I think the GHSA program, but I have a problem when you have the governing officials of a program or of an organization that thinks they're ungovernable. I mean, and that's the way I feel that I think they think of themselves that way, that they don't have to listen to anyone, and other than their own trustee board. I'm not saying that shouldn't change either, but I mean, that's within their own organizational build and makeup. So I think there's definitely some things that need to change immediately within that organization. You know.
Well, I think the I think the interest of the General Assembly in this issue, albeit we have other things to do, but when you have an issue like this that gets our constituents' attention and ask us to intervene, I think they're going to take notice, because something's going to happen. I'm not sure exactly what the solution will be, but the General Assembly is going to get involved.
Well, there's a school in every county and every city of Georgia, and so education is represented by everybody. I mean, every person in the General Assembly has touched and has a section of Georgia that has been touched by this organization, and so I'm hoping that that things are taken heed of, and let's try to fix something and move forward.
Yeah, it's an organization like this, like Georgia High School Association, has an impact, and especially in the small communities like Charlton County and in the rural communities of Southeast Georgia. Let's just face it, our public school systems in Southeast Georgia and in rural parts of the state are very central to the identity of that community, and the athletics is part of that. And it's a part of, it gets community support. It increases community morale. We get prideful and proud of our kids when they do something like this, especially in the rural areas. When, you know what, honestly, sometimes there's not a lot of opportunity. And when we have our kids doing something like this, the Georgia High School Association has to understand that when they do what they do, it's going to have an impact in the community. So they need to understand that.
Well, my other thing, I personally, I want to write to each one of the GHSA's corporate sponsors, and sometimes whenever an organization does this and they have sponsors that maybe don't understand what they've done or what they're doing, they may want to look and see if their dollars may be spent better.
That is true.
At another organization.
That is a very excellent point.
All right, and put us on hold for just a second. We're coming up on game time. I need to read the GHSA's required statement. The Georgia High School Association is a voluntary nonprofit organization composed of over 450 public and private high schools. The GHSA administers regulations for region and state competition in 16 sports and 2 activities. Founded in 1908, the GHSA strives to promote good sportsmanship, participant safety, and fair play among its member schools. For more information, visit GHSA.net. Follow GHSA on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at official GHSA. The Georgia High School Association would like to thank its corporate partners for their valuable support of high school athletics and activities. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, Electric Membership Corporation, Technical College System of Georgia, Gatorade, Wilson, EasyGo, the Atlanta Hawks, Mizuno, Sports Medicine South, Atlanta Track Club, the NFHS Sports Network, Georgia Army National Guard, Regions Bank, Georgia Public Broadcasting, and all of my sponsors at Charlton Sports Network. Representative Spencer, got a mouthful right there with all that.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming. Hold on one second. Wait, Chris Beasley has to take care of public address announcements.
All right, folks, got just a little bit before game gets started. Be sure and step down to the concession stand. They're working hard to cook good things for you. They got hot food and cold drinks. Step down and see them.
We good? Andy, appreciate you two gentlemen are welcome to stay up here as long as you want and talk.
Unfortunately, I've got to get back to the fryer. I'm sure there's people wanting French fries, and that's what my job is. So I'm going to go down and cook some hamburgers and hot dogs. But I appreciate you inviting me up, Adam, and I appreciate you, Representative Spencer, for taking your time to come and speak with us today and talk on this subject.
Well, I thank you guys for inviting me, and I wish the Charlton County Indians all the best today.
All right. We're good? All right. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Representative Spencer, thank you very much for coming. I appreciate your time. Good luck on the campaign trail. All right. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Public address announcer Chris Beasley will have player introductions and the national anthem. You're watching Indians baseball on CSN.
Since 2009, Southeastern Automotive Group has been buying for and selling to most of the franchise dealerships in the area. What if you were able to bypass the big dealerships with the big markups? Buy direct from the supplier. Save thousands of dollars on your next vehicle purchase. Have a trade-in? No problem. With used vehicles in such high demand, Southeastern Automotive Group has dealers ready to buy your trade. If Southeastern Automotive Group doesn't have the perfect vehicle for you, using their vehicle locator program, they will have it shipped in without any hassle or haggling you hate. With over hundreds of thousands of cars available at auctions across the nation, your next vehicle purchase is just a click away.
Okefenokee Rural Electric Membership Corporation has been providing quality electric service at a competitive price to residential, commercial, and industrial customers in southeast Georgia and northeast Florida since 1939. For tips and advice on how to save electricity and stretch your energy dollars, call 1-800-262-5131 and speak to your marketing representative. We are a cooperative owned by those we serve.
Hey Indian fans, did you know you're eligible to join United First Federal Credit Union? We are your hometown financial institution offering services such as online banking, mobile deposit, free checking, and much more. And if you're in the market to purchase a vehicle, our auto loan rates start as low as 2.49%. We are conveniently located at 3773 2nd Street in Folkestone. Rates and terms subject to conditions, federally insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender.
ESP Specialist in Fabrication is located at 169 Little Phoebe Church Road in Folkestone, Georgia. President Mark Pickering and his employees utilize the latest.
All right, here's player introductions with Chris Beasley.
Starting lineup of the visit. Vikings. In center field, number 22, Ezra Cummings. On second base, number 11, Carter Albritton. At shortstop, number 18, Gunnar Watson. Behind the plate, number 44, Connor Thorpe. At third base, number 24, Jake Pounds. Taking the mound for the Vikings today, number 13, Evan Hinton. In right field, number 7, Cy Scott. Starting first base, number 12, Diego Paz. And in left field, number 2, Ryan Thorpe.
Get Gannon. Get Gannon.
Now you can go. And now let's hear it for the starting lineup of your Charlton County Indians. Behind the plate, number 17, Trevor Knowles. In center field, number 7, KJ Williams. At shortstop, number 2, Tyler Chesser. Taking the mound for the Indians, number 9, Jack Gowan. On second base, number 15, Cole Giddens. In right field, number 6, Israel Gilliard. In left field, number 3, Mitch Baxter. On third base, number 8, Tyler Beckham. And on first, number 11, Connor Nelson. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem.
That was public address announcer Chris Beasley with player introductions in the national anthem. Jack Gowan will start things off on the mound. We'll be right back with the first pitch. Indians versus Vikings coming up next.
ESP Specialist in Fabrication is located at 169 Little Phoebe Church Road in Folkestone, Georgia. President Mark Pickering and his employees utilize the latest technology with a skilled workforce to supply customers with the best custom fabrication possible. Serving clients at home and abroad makes ESP a premier employer in Charlton County. For all your specialty and fabrication needs, contact ESP at 912-496-2583 today. They're also on Facebook at ESP Specialist Fabrication. ESP is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet. ESP Specialist in Fabrication is located at 169 Little Phoebe Church Road in Folkestone, Georgia. President Mark Pickering with a skilled workforce to supply customers with the best custom fabrication possible. Serving clients at home and abroad makes ESP a premier employer in Charlton County. For all your specialty and fabrication needs, contact ESP at 912-496-2583 today. They're also on Facebook at ESP Specialist Fabrication. ESP is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet.
Hey, Indian.
Welcome back to Indian Field.
First batter up for the Vikings is going to be number 22, Ezra Cummings.
Leading off for Taylor County, number 22, Ezra Cummings. Oh and 2 on Cummings. Foul ball. So base hit to the left. Cummings will hold it first.
Next up, number 11, Carter Albritton.
There's a bunt. Gowan with the play at first. Runner safe at second, 1 out.
Now batting number 18, Gunnar
That was
Watson.
Carter Albritton. This is Gunnar Watson. intentionally walked Watson. Runners at first and second now for Taylor.
Now stepping in number 44, Connor Thornton.
At the plate, Connor Thorpe. Bunt in front of the plate. Gowan to third. Gets that one. Got him at first. Waiting on the. Oh, they pulled his foot. 2 outs. Coach Marchman wants to talk about it. Coach Marchman wins the appeal for out number 3. We're headed to the bottom of the first. No score here at Indian Field.
Do you want to add some bling to your game day outfit? Plunder Design has you covered with our beautiful pieces starting at just $8. We now have a Plunder prep line with lots of different charms. Show your school spirit by customizing your very own piece. Speaking of customizing, we have many different pieces that are completely customizable. Keychains, necklaces, bracelets, and pendants. Christmas is sneaking up on us fast. Plunder makes a perfect gift for girls of all ages. We are now launching our Christmas pieces. They're in limited supply, so don't miss out. Visit my website today, plunderdesign.com/Rebecca Pritchard. Go Indians!
Welcome back to Indian Field. On a close play over at first, initial call was safe. Coach Marchman protested and won. Leading off for the Tribe here in the bottom of the first will be number 17, Trevor Knowles. Have an early update in other playoff action. Bowden on top in the second over. Bowden's on top of their game, and Commerce and ECI are just getting started.
First batter out for the Indians is going to be number 17, Trevor Knowles.
outside corner, 0-1. One and one. Two and one on Knowles. Winner of this game heads to Gordon Lee. Gordon Lee swept Clinch yesterday, run ruled them twice, or shut them out twice, rather. So somebody's making a 400-mile trip to the Chickamauga. I think I said that right. One out. KJ Williams at the plate.
KJ Williams.
Ball high, 1-1. Two and one on Williams. Foul ball. Count remains 2-2. Full count. Base on balls for Williams. He'll head to first. Tyler Chesser at the plate.
Next up, number 2, Tyler Chesser.
KJ's going. Here's the throw to second. 2 outs. High fly ball to left, foul. She head to the shortstop. Through to first is in time for the third out. We're headed to the second. No score at Indian Field. We'll be right back.
Whistling Dixie Custom Framing and Unique Gifts and Cafe is located at 3742 Main Street in downtown Folkestone, Georgia. Lunches are served on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come join the fun food and fellowship whether you're a local, tourist, or a Royal fan. We also serve Bluebell ice cream, coffees, and lattes. While dining, feel free to browse around as we also have custom framing, train art, custom t-shirts, and unique gifts. Looking for a real lodging? You can also stay at the Chessie Caboose or the Peaks Cabin. Come see us.
Welcome back to Indian Field.
Vikings going to be number 24, Jake Pounds.
Top of the second. 0-1. Second inning, right? Yeah. Okay. Y'all messing with me over there again. Foul ball. It's number 24, Jake Pounds at the plate. Foul ball out of play. Fly ball in the infield. Nope, out of play. Still 1-2. You have him. You have Cannon. Where's he at? Call to. Hit back to Gowan, he dives for it. Throws wide to first. Pounds will hold.
Now stepping in number 13, Evan Hint.
Evan Hinton at the plate. One and one. Two and two. Got him swinging.
Now batting number 7, Cy Scott.
Cy Scott at the plate. 1 out. Showing bunt, didn't pull it back. Oh, they got him easily at first. Should that be strike 2 down here? Coach wins 2 appeals. I know, the bat never came back. I don't know how Blue wasn't calling that a strike. He appealed. I can't repeat that. And Gowan gets him with a 3rd out. Bottom of the 2nd coming up. No score at Indian Field. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Stetson Bennett from Bennett's Hometown Pharmacy in Folkestone, Georgia, where we love you and we need you. Here at Bennett's Pharmacy, we want to be your pharmacy. We offer a full line of prescription drugs, full line of vitamins, and over-the-counter products. And we have tremendous service. We will take the time to counsel you on your medication. We'll even call your doctor to see if we could save you some money. At Bennett's Pharmacy, we support all student athletes in Charlton County. This spring, it's baseball, track, golf, and tennis. Get out and support these young men and women that will be the next leaders in our community. Bennett's Hometown Pharmacy. Remember, shop at home. It makes a difference.
This isn't just any team. This is your home team, okay? It's not about A team or B team. It's not about your boss telling you to be a team player or to take one for the team. No, home team is about pride. It's about standing strong, pulling together, and going crazy about a bad call you know is right. But because it was against your home team, it must be wrong.
Welcome back to Indian Field. Jack Galvin at the plate. Oh and 1. Two and 1. Fly ball in the infield. Shortstop comes up to make the play. 1 out. Cole Giddens at the plate.
Number 15, Cole Giddens.
To hit the left, that's going to drop for extra bases. It rolls to the fence. Giddens is headed to second. Coach is signaling for third. Here comes the throw. Safe. triple for Cole Giddens here in the second.
Next at the plate.
Israel Gilliard at the plate.
Israel Gilliard.
Hit in front of home. Here's the throw to first. No throw. Runners on the corners. Israel gets him an extra base at second.
Now stepping in number 3, Mitch Baxter.
Mitch Baxter at the plate. Evan Hinton on the mound for the Vikings. Runners at second and third for the Indians. 1 out. Baxter with a bunt right in front of home. No throw, bases loaded.
Now stepping in number 8, Tyler Beckham.
Tyler Beckham at the plate. Oh and 2. One and 2 on Tyler. Runners going. Foul ball. Two outs.
Now batting number 11, Connor Nelson.
Connor Nelson at the plate. Runners hold. Foul ball, 1-1. Two and two. Down low, full count, 2 outs. Boy, everything's going to be moving on this pitch. And here they come. Fly ball to right. Foul. There they go. There's a base hit to the left center. Nelson with a huge hit. Gilliard scores. Baxter scores. Nelson's on second. 3-run RBI double. Trevor Knowles at the plate. How's that for clutch? Full count, 2 outs, and your freshman knocks it to the fence. Outside, Nelson's going. Here's the throw. He misses it. Nelson's coming home. Nope, he'll hold him. Nelson's at third with 2 outs. Two and 0 on Knowles. Foul ball out of play. There's a hit down third baseline. Here's the throw to first. For out number 3, but not before the Indians take a 3-0 lead on a huge Connor Nelson hit to empty the bases. We'll be right back.
Folks, be sure in between innings.
Look, some people just don't get it because it's not their team. But Farm Bureau Insurance does, because everyone needs a home team for insurance, and we are that.
Welcome back to Indian Field. Round 2, Game 3. The GHSA Public Playoffs winner has a road trip ahead of them all the way to Chickamauga, Georgia to take on Gordon Lee, who swept to clinch yesterday.
First batter out for the Vikings is going to be number 12, Diego Paz.
Number 12, Diego Paz. 0-1. Oh and 2. Little outside, 1 and 2. Pause will head to first.
Now stepping in number 2, Ryan Thorpe.
Showed bunt, foul. Number 2, Ryan Thorpe at the plate. Oh and 1. Did you wave? Did you wave? Okay. There's a bunt. Knowles. Runners at first and second for the Vikings.
Now stepping in number 22, Ezra Cummings.
Cummings at the plate. 0-1. Base hit to right center. KJ with the scoop. Here's the throw. 1 run will score. Safe at second and third. Vikings are on the board.
Next up, number 11, Carter Albrecht.
Carter Albritton at the plate. Passed ball. 2-0. Base on balls. Bases loaded for the Vikings.
Now batting number 18, Gunnar Wilt Watson.
Gunnar Watson at the plate. Fly ball to left. It's foul. Oh and 2. Hit the first. Nelson with a throwback home. They get the runner at home. Foul ball. How was that a foul ball? Hit his leg? Oh, okay, off the foot. Oh and 2. No outs. Outside. Foul ball out of play. Foul ball. Count remains 1 and 2. Chesser Gets one. They bring the runs back. Base runner clipped Giddens at second. Blue was adamant about it too. No doubt in his call on that one. They're still discussing it with Coach, I believe it's Wilson. The result of the play is the run that scored goes back to. Now what are they doing? Run goes back to second. Times like this, I wish I could hear. So what's the result of all that? Out at first? Out at first, safe at second? All right. We're reset. Runners at second and third, 2 outs, 0-1 on Connor Thorpe. Throw to first. Nelson with the tag for the third out. Vikings put one on the board. Indians lead 3-1. We'll be right back.
Since 2009, Southeastern Automotive Group has been buying for and selling to most of the franchise dealerships in the area. What if you were able to bypass the big dealerships with the big markups? Buy direct from the supplier. Save thousands of dollars on your next vehicle purchase. Have a trade-in? No problem. With used vehicles in such high demand, Southeastern Automotive Group has dealers ready to buy your trade. If Southeastern Automotive Group doesn't have the perfect vehicle for you, using their vehicle locator program, they will have it shipped in without any hassle or haggling you hate. With over hundreds of thousands of cars available at auctions across the nation, your next vehicle purchase is just a click away.
Welcome back to Indian Field. New pitcher on the mound for Taylor County, number 51, Matthew DeLoach, here in the bottom of the third. Only 3 innings in, and we've had, 4 appeals already between the two teams. More action in between the plays than the This season will be remembered as the appeal season. KJ Williams at the plate.
First batter out for the Indians is going to be number 7, KJ Williams.
Quick update in playoff action. ECI and Commerce are tied at 3 in their Game 3 series. Good crowd on here on the home side. There you see the folks from Charlton, the bleachers full, tent city all the way down to the dugout and beyond on the other side. Pitcher-catcher shot doesn't do it justice with how many people's here because it kind of favors the visitor's side on that on the way that shot's angled. But the home side, from the Indian baseball word all the way back around the other direction, is full and beyond. We're still discussing things here. All right, Chris, you're our baseball guru out here. What's going on, man?
The one that slid is out. Now, did they throw him out? We don't know. They pulled him out of center field.
Oh, okay.
I think they ejected.
Always ejected for clipping. You think. Okay. I got you. Third base blue has stopped play for a second while he explains it down there to Coach Marchman. And we're underway. 0-1 on Williams. Foul ball, 0-2. One and two on Williams. There's a shot base hit to right. Williams he'll hold it first.
Now stepping in number 2, Tyler Chesser.
Tyler Chesser at the plate. They're worried about KJ and his speed over there on first. Got a good lead. Probably throw over there again. There it is. Safe. KJ's got about a 5-yard lead over there. He's pushing the envelope. 0-1 on Chesser. KJ's going. Here's the throw to second. One out. I thought he went under it too. Oh and 1. Two and 2, according to the blue. Okay.
Now stepping in number 9.
Out at first, two-way. Jack Gowan at the plate. Foul ball, 0-2. So he hit the second. Throw to first is in time for the third out. We're headed to the fourth. The Indians lead 3-1.
And his employees utilize the latest technology with a skilled workforce to supply customers with the best custom fabrication possible. Serving clients at home and abroad makes ESP a premier employer in Charlton County. For all your specialty and fabrication needs, contact ESP at 912-496-2583 today. They're also on Facebook at ESP Specialist Fabrication. ESP is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet. ESP Specialist and Fabrication.
Okefenokee Rural Electric Membership Corporation has been providing quality electric service at a competitive price to residential, commercial, and industrial customers in southeast Georgia and northeast Florida since 1939. For tips and advice on how to save electricity and stretch your energy dollars, call 1-800-262-5131 and speak to your marketing representative. We are a cooperative owned by those we serve.
Hey Indian fans, did you know you're eligible to join?
Good afternoon and welcome back to Indian Field. I want to thank State Representative Jason Spencer for joining us during pregame, along with dugout president. Is he president? No, just dugout member Andy Gowan. You got that? Let me see it. Thank you. He is running for election State House District 180. Jason Spencer. You can listen to that interview in its entirety at the conclusion of this game. YouTube will have the replay ready. It usually just takes a few minutes for YouTube to have our rebroadcast ready to go. So you'll be able to catch that at the conclusion of this game.
First batter up for the Vikings is going to be number 24, Jake Pounds.
Number 24, Jake Pounds at the plate. Foul ball, 0-1. Hit the right. Israel over there to make the play. One out.
Next up, Evan Kidd.
Bowden 10, Johnson nothing into the fourth. That's the top left bracket in Class A Public. Winner of that one will play Schley. Winner of ECI and Commerce will play Irwin, who swept Tryon yesterday. Foul ball out of play. Man, this has been a busy broadcast today, hasn't it? Golly. Everything going on today. Got him swinging. 2 outs.
Next up, Si Scott.
Number 7, Cy Scott at the plate. One and one. Foul ball, 1 and 2. Chris, I think Don was after your gig over there a while ago, man. He stepped out.
Oh, you sounded good.
Two and two. Got him swinging for the 3rd out. Bottom of the 4th coming up. We'll be right back.
First Federal Credit Union. We are your hometown financial institution offering services such as online banking, mobile deposit, free checking, and much more. And if you're in the market to purchase a vehicle, our auto loan rates start as low as 2.49%. We are conveniently located at 3773 2nd Street in Folkestone. Rates and terms subject to conditions, federally insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender.
ESP Specialist in Fabrication is located at 169 Little Phoebe Church Road in Folkestone, Georgia. President Mark Pickering and his employees utilize the latest technology with a skilled workforce to supply customers with the best custom fabrication possible. Serving clients at home and abroad makes ESP a premier employer in Charlton County. For all your specialty and fabrication needs, contact ESP at 912-496-2583 today. They're also on Facebook at ESP Specialist Fabrication. ESP is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet.
Hey Indian fans, do you want to add some bling to your game day outfit? Plunder Design has you covered with our beautiful...
Okay. Welcome back. While we were at a break, Chris Beasley and Don proceeded to give me a heart attack. No ejections in the game. New pitcher on the mound.
New pitcher out for the Vikings.
Number 22. Ezra Cummings. I was checking for scores updates, and you guys have scared me out of a skin. Don't sneak up on a deaf man like that. Cole Giddens at the plate to start things off for the Tribe.
First batter out for the Indians is going to be number 15, Cole Giddens.
High fly ball to right. Right fielder comes up to make the play. 1 out. Israel Gilliard at the plate.
Now stepping in, number 6, Israel Gilliard.
A little high. 1-1. Two and one. Three and two. Base on balls for Israel. He'll head to first. Mitch Baxter at the plate.
Next up, number 3, Mitch Baxter.
Throw to first. There's a base hit to right. Israel's headed to third. Mitch will hold it first. Tyler Beckham at the plate.
Next at the plate, number 8, Tyler Beckham.
Baxter's going, no throw to second. High fly ball to center. This is going to get a tag. Here it comes. Here's the throw home. No. Israel holds. 2 outs.
Now batting number 11, Connor Nelson.
Connor Nelson at the plate. Had a huge hit earlier with bases loaded on a full count 2 out pitch. All the way to the left center field fence. Brought in 3 runs. And that's where we're at, 3-1 right now. Foul ball, 0-2. Off speed. Foul. on the outside corner for out number 3. Indians lead 3-1. We're headed to the 5th. We'll be right back.
Pieces starting at just $8. We now have a plunder prep line with lots of different charms. Show your school spirit by customizing your very own piece. Speaking of customizing, we have many different pieces that are completely customizable. Keychains, necklaces, bracelets, and pendants. Christmas is sneaking up on us fast. Plunder makes a perfect gift for girls of all ages. We are now launching our Christmas pieces. They're in limited supply, so don't miss out. Visit my website today, plunderdesign.com/Rebecca Pritchard. Go Indians!
Welcome back to Indian Field. Class A public playoffs. Indians lead 3-1. ECI 5, Commerce 3. They're in the 5th.
First batter out for the Vikings going to be number 12, Diego Paz.
Diego Paz at the plate. Hit by a pitch, he'll head to first. Ryan Thorpe at the plate. You see his number at first?
Can't see the number.
Oh and 1. Bunt right in front of the plate. Knowles with a throw to first. Got him. Safe at second, 1 out.
That was number 2, Ryan Thorpe. Next at the plate, number 22, Ezra Cummings. And a courtesy runner who is now on second is number 15, Timmy Queen.
Cummings at the plate. That runner over on second is number 15, Timmy Queen. Thank you, Chris. Two and 0. Three and 0. Whoa, got him square in the back. Runners at first and second. That's going to bring out Coach Marchman. Yeah, Oregon. No, Jack's staying. No way, go ahead.
Now batting number 11, Carter Albrecht.
The way Tyler stayed on the mound for a second, I thought we were having a change. Carter Albritton at the plate. Oh and 1. One and 1. Foul ball, 2 and 2. Swing and a miss, 2 outs.
Next to the plate, number 18, Gunnar Watson.
Gunnar Watson at the plate. There's a deep ball to right center. That's going to drop for a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes another going to hold.
Now stepping in number 44, Connor Thorpe.
Connor Thorpe at the plate. 2 outs, runners at second and third for the Vikings. We're in the 5th. Foul ball out of play. The shot back to Chester for the 3rd out. In his lead, 3-2. We'll be right back.
Whistle & Dixie Custom Framing and Unique Gifts and Cafe is located at 3742 Main Street in downtown Folkestone, Georgia. Lunches are served on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come join the fun food and fellowship whether you're a local, tourist, or a Royal fan. We also serve Bluebell ice cream, coffees, and lattes. While dining, feel free to browse around as we also have custom framing, train art, custom t-shirts, and unique gifts. Looking for a real lodging? You can also stay at the Chessie Caboose or the Peaks Cabin. Come see us.
Hi, I'm Stetson Bennett from Bennett's Hometown Pharmacy in Folkestone, Georgia, where we love you and we need you. Here at Bennett's Pharmacy, we want to be your pharmacy. We offer a full line of prescription drugs, full line of vitamins and over-the-counter products. And we have tremendous service. We will take the time to counsel you on your medication. We'll even call your doctor to see if we could save you some money. At Bennett's Pharmacy, we support all student athletes in Charlton County. This spring, it's baseball, track, golf, and tennis. Get out and support these young men and women that will be the next leaders in our community. Bennett's Hometown Pharmacy. Remember, shop at home. It makes a difference.
Welcome back to Indian Field. Number 17, Trevor Knowles will lead off for the Tribe.
First batter out for the Indians is going to be number 17, Trevor Knowles.
Oh and 1. That got him in the back. Trevor will head to first.
Now batting number 7, KJ Williams.
KJ Williams at the plate. There's a base hit to the left. Knowles will hold at second. Chesser at the plate. We're going to have another change of pitchers for Taylor. They're pitching by committee today.
You finished yesterday's game.
Gunnar Watson on the mound. So while Gunner's warming up, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching Indians Playoff Baseball on CSN.
Location is located at 169 Little Phoebe Church Road in Folkestone, Georgia. President Mark Pickering and his employees utilize the latest technology with a skilled workforce to supply customers with the best custom fabrication possible. Serving clients at home and abroad makes ESP a premier employer in Charlton County. For all your specialty and fabrication needs, contact ESP at 912-496-2583 today. They're also on Facebook at ESP Specialist Fabrication. ESP is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet. ESP Specialist in Fabrication is located at 169 Little Phoebe Church Road in Folkestone, Georgia. President Mark Pickering and his employees utilize the latest technology with a skilled workforce to supply customers with the best custom fabrication possible. Serving clients at home and abroad makes ESP a premier employer.
There we go. I thought I hit it, but I didn't come in. Now we're back. Bottom of the 5th, Trevor Knowles is at second. KJ Williams is at first. Tyler Chesser at the plate.
Now batting number 2, Tyler Chesser.
Bowden run rule Johnson to win their game 3, so they're moving on. They'll face Sly. Oh and 1. Chester show a bunt. It goes high on him. 1 out.
Next up, number 9, Jack Gowan.
Jack Gowan at the plate. Two and 1. Woo, that was inside. Called strike. 2 and 2. That was a Jack's feet. Foul ball. Big hit to left. That's out of here. 3-run shot for Jack Gowan here in the bottom of the 5th. Trevor Knowles will score. KJ Williams is coming across now. And there's the traditional low 5 between Marchman and Gowan. Indians 6-2. Cole Giddens at the plate.
Next at the plate, number 15, Cole Giddens.
One and 1 on Giddens. Foul ball. 1 and 2. Outside, 2 and 2. It's an error. Giddens will hold it first. Hit the shortstop in the glove. It got away from him. Gilliard at the plate.
Number 6, Israel Gilliard.
0-1. One and two. One out. There goes Giddens. Here's the throw. I got two outs. You got three? Three? All right. We're headed to the sixth. We'll be right back.
Folks, be sure in between and step down to the concession stand and grab yourself something to eat or drink.
This isn't just any team. This is your home team, okay? It's not about A team or B team. It's not about your boss telling you to be a team player or to take one for the team. No, home team is about pride. It's about standing strong, pulling together, and going crazy about a bad call you know is right. But because it was against your home team, it must be wrong. Look, some people just don't get it because it's not their team. But Farm Bureau Insurance does, because everyone needs a home team for insurance, and we are that.
Welcome back to Indian Field. We're in the sixth. Indians lead 6-2. Off of a Jack Gowan 3-run shot just a moment ago to extend the lead.
First batter up for the Vikings is going to be number 24, Jake Pound.
Jake Pounds at the plate. 0-1. One away.
Now batting number 13, Evan Hinton.
13, Evan Hinton. Two down.
Now stepping in number 7, Cy Scott.
Cy Scott. Inside. 2-0. 3-0. Base on balls.
Now batting number 12, Diego Paz.
Diego Pauls at the plate. Oh and 1. Hit back to second. Giddens makes the play to Chesser for the third out. Bottom of the sixth coming up. Your Indians lead 6-2. Welcome back to Indian Field. Leading off, number 3, Mitch Baxter.
Batter out for the Indians is going to be number 3, Mitch Baxter.
Oh and 1. That's a base hit. Baxter will hold at second. Coach Marchman holds him. Tyler Beckham at the plate.
Next at the plate, number 8, Tyler Beckham.
One and 1 on Beckham. Bunt foul, 1 and 2. 1 out.
Next up, number 11, Connor Nelson.
Connor Nelson at the plate. Runners going, throw to no throw. Baxter's at third. Foul ball out of play. Two away. Trevor Knowles at the plate.
Number 17, Trevor Knowles.
One and two on Trevor. Outside, 2 and 2. Full count, 2 outs. Fly ball to left. It's at the fence. He makes the play right at the fence for the 3rd out. We're headed to the 7th. Indians lead.
Since
Welcome back to Indian Field. New pitcher on the mound for the Tribe, number 15, Cole Giddens. Top of the 7th. This holds. The Indians are headed to Chickamauga for a rematch with Gordon Lee. Leading off for the Vikings, number 2, Ryan Thorpe.
First batter up for the Vikings is going to be number 2, Ryan Thorpe.
Oh and 1. 0 and 2. Foul ball. One and 2. Hit by a pitch, he'll head to first.
Next up, number 22, Ezra Cummings.
Ezra Cummings at the plate. Hit to Gowan, could be a double play. Chesser to Nelson. They get the lead runner. 1 out.
That was the courtesy runner number 1, Trent Bennett. Now at the
Carter Albritton into plate.
Carter Albritton.
High fly ball to center. Williams is coming up on it. He had to dive for it. He makes the grab, dive and catch. Two outs.
Next to the plate, number 18, Gunnar Watson.
Number 18, Gunnar Watson. ECI and Commerce are tied at the 6th going into the 7th. Or tied at 6 going into the 7th. 0 and 1 on Watson. 1 out away. Just low. 1 and 1. 1-2. Two and two. Oh, just under the knees. Full count, 2 outs. Runner at first. Inside, ball 4. You have to hold the suspense just a little longer.
Now batting number 44, Connor Thorpe.
44, Connor Thorpe. One and one. Outside, 2 and 1. Three and 1. Come on, Cole. Called strike on the corner. Throw down. He got him. Oh! Did he get it? They got him. Ball game, folks. Trevor Knowles with the shot down to second base gets the 3rd out.
All right, folks, let's have a big round of applause for both of these teams. They played hard out here for us over 2 days. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. Hope you have a safe trip home. The
Indians win 6-2 is your final. They're headed to Chickamauga to take on Gordon Lee this Friday. CSN is going to need your help big time to get there. We'll be looking for sponsors specific to the Gordon Lee series. Please contact myself through Facebook on all of our Sportsnet pages, or you can text me at 912-276-7999. Call Tammy at 912-390-9288. We're going to need all of your help to make it up to Gordon Lee to get that thing webcasted, that series. So please contact us as soon as possible. I've only got 2 days to raise those GHSA fees. For Chris Beasley, Don Millar, I want to thank Representative Spencer for showing up today and giving us that pregame interview. Andy Gowan. Who am I missing, Chris? Tammy in the dugout taking pictures? Anybody else? Man, what a day, huh? All right. We'll see y'all Friday, hopefully, live from Gordon Lee. Check our Facebook pages for game times and game links. Have a great night, everybody. Indians win.